Still here?
Well, there's a lot coming in and a lot going out.
As long as there's more coming in, we're all right.
Fellas, the first thing I want to talk to you as it relates to first impressions is what I call vocal tonality, but more specifically, high status vocal tonality. Now, I'll give you a few tips that Tommy uses. First thing is, fellas, you want to finish all of your sentences with a downwards intonation, just like I am now. Why? Because that simply makes other people perceive you as dominant. It makes other people perceive you as a leader, because when you finish your sentences with a downwards intonation, you are basically issuing a command, right? It makes other people perceive you as certain of yourself. When you speak in this tonality, fellas, when you speak using this single tip, people will perceive you as incredibly confident because of the way you are speaking, right? The second tip I want to give you, listen.
As long as there's more coming in, we're all right.
The second tip I want to give you, fellas, as it relates to vocal tonality is pauses. Notice how Tommy pauses. As long as there's more coming in, we're all right. Right, he takes a short pause. If we contrast this with how 99% of men speak, how do they speak when they're interacting with women, other men, or just people in general? They speak really quickly with no pauses, no breaks, and they race to get their words out. Now, what does this signal to other people, specifically women? If you're on a date and you speak like this, it signals A, you're fucking nervous. B, you're scared of losing her attention. Because when we speak quickly, right? When other people think we're speaking quickly because we're scared of losing their attention. Now, you're probably thinking, Force, that is such a minor detail. There's no way anyone on planet Earth is thinking that. Now, we're not registering this consciously. All of this stuff happens subconsciously. So when someone speaks quickly, we lose respect for them. Do you think any high-ranking man with loads of options, way hotter than the girl you're currently speaking to, would speak quickly and would be scared of losing her attention? No, this is a rapid filter that women use to disqualify men.
This came for you today.
Pay attention to his shoulder movement.
All the way from America, New York. Somewhere called
First thing I want to point out, fellas, his shoulders, they flow freely forward and backwards. Why is this important? When we have smooth, flowing shoulder movement, it signals that we are completely calm and completely relaxed. Right? To explain this, let's look on the opposite side of the fence. When you're nervous, when you're extremely fearful, how are you? You tend to close your body language and you tend to get extremely rigid, right? Smooth shoulder movement like Tommy is doing here is the complete opposite of that. So subconsciously, this is going to signal to people that I am completely calm, I am completely confident, I am completely at ease. You are going to signal, again, fearlessness. And again, this is going to make other people perceive you as a leader. This is why people treat Thomas the way they treat him.
came for you today.
Let me show you one more key point about his walk.
It's all the way from America, New York, somewhere called Poughkeepsie. And the decorators doing.
Fellas, notice how slow his movement is here. He's not rushing. Everything he does is follows this framework. Slow, smooth, controlled. Let me break this framework down for you, fellas. Slow, smooth, controlled, right? These 3 points are how high status men move. This is the guiding principle of all high status body language, right? Slow, smooth, controlled. Let me explain this to you. The first one, slow. All of your movement should be slow. Why? Slow movement signals emotional mastery, and it signals that you are in charge, that you set the pace for the interaction. When you move slow, you literally hold people up, right? Why is that important? Because you're signaling to other people that I am in charge here. I set the pace of the interaction. Slow movement is also going to make you look extremely calm. Like I said earlier, fellas, let's look on the other hand. How do nervous, low-ranking men behave? They move extremely quickly. They speak extremely quickly. They don't take pauses. Right? That makes you look fearful. That makes you look nervous. That makes you look low-ranking. So if we just do the opposite of what most men do, we're instantly going to stand out. Okay, let's go to the next point. Calm. Smooth. That's a different framework. Smooth. Everything you do should be smooth for the same reasons as before. High-ranking men have smooth movement. Everything they do is buttery smooth. Like Tommy's shoulder movement, like when he extends his arm, like when he took that. Everything you do is smooth. Why? Because smooth movement, again, makes you appear unafraid, unnervous, cool, calm, confident, competent, relaxed. All of these traits are highly masculine. Now, what creates attraction? The difference between femininity and masculinity. That difference, fellas, is what creates attraction. Okay, so if you do things that are more masculine, she or attractive women will be far more attracted to you. This is the secret to attracting women. Simply be more masculine. Feminine women love masculine men. How do you become more masculine? By using body language and vocal tonality. The last one, controlled. Everything you do should be controlled. For example, you shouldn't fidget, right? You should stay completely still. Your movement should be controlled. Your reaction should be controlled. Your reaction speed should be controlled. When you are slow, smooth, controlled, this is extremely attractive to women, and this is how high-ranking men behave. So if you behave in this way, people will naturally gravitate toward you and naturally treat you as a leader. Fellas, I have spent the last few years using science, psychology, and research to build a system. I have finally created the only scientifically proven system on planet Earth that is scientifically proven to get any man, with a few exceptions, to attract, date, and sleep with 8s, 9s, and 10s on autopilot. If you want a full in-depth breakdown of that system, if you want to see the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pieces of proof of different men that have gone through this system and got insane results, click the top link in the description and watch the explainer video where I take you through A to Z, the full system that I have created that is scientifically proven to make any man, again with a few exceptions, scientifically attractive to women. If you want to find out more about it, first click the top link in the description, watch the video. Let's get on with this analysis.
He's doing the garrison one paying. Arthur forgot and pulled a gun when they asked, so they've stopped and everything's green.
All right, we'll just pay it. Oh, and then we need to put an advert in the mail. Garrison, grand reopening.
Oh, and you said that there's a letter. I had to go today. Special delivery. Write it in the diary.
Yes.
Fellas, the next thing I want to point out, this links with the controlled part of the framework I gave you earlier. This is something you can directly control. This is reaction speed. Reaction speed. Now, high-ranking men, high-status men tend to be more unreactive. What does that mean? They tend to react less to things. Tactically, one of the ways you can tactically be unreactive, be more controlled, is by slowing your reaction speed. Let's watch Tommy do this again.
I had to go today. Special delivery. Write it in the diary.
Yes.
Notice it takes him a few seconds to respond. When you limit your reaction speed, fellas, again, this is going to make you look more assertive, more like a leader. Why? Because again, you're setting the pace of the interaction. Things are happening on your schedule, right? When things happen on your schedule, people naturally look to you and naturally want to follow you. So slow down your reaction speed. Again, let's look on the other side of the foot. How do low-ranking beta males react? They react really quickly. They speak really quickly. They take no pauses. So if we go on the other foot, if we limit our reaction speed, if we react slower, people will subconsciously perceive us as high ranking.
Haven't written it out yet.
Well, you can just tell me and I'll write it down.
Again, her, right? She's lower ranking than Tommy. Also, she's feminine. She speaks far more quicker than Tommy, responds far more quickly. Right, fellas, if you want to create attraction, you have to do the things that masculine men do. This is how you become attractive to feminine women, by the difference between you two.
I've learnt shorthand.
And again, fellas, look how quickly she moves there.
Well, you can just tell me and I'll write it down. I've learnt shorthand.
Look at the speed of movement. Whereas if you compare that to Tommy's from earlier, it's significantly slower. When you have slow movement, fellas, you look more emotionally calm, right? As a rule, fellas, women want a man who is emotionally calm. This is why they test men, right? They test you to see if you are emotionally mature, if you are emotionally mastered. So when you are more unreactive, when you are slower, smoother, calmer, you look more emotionally controlled. You look like you have emotional mastery. This is how you generate attraction.
Fair enough.
And again, fellas, look how little he is moving. He is completely unreactive. He is completely still. Fellas, this is just a brief introduction of some of the science-based tactics you can use to predictably generate attraction. If you want a full walkthrough of my system that is the only scientifically proven dating system on planet Earth, click the top link in the description and watch the video on the page. And then if you're interested, you can join the waitlist. Fellas, I will see you in the next video.